And a good afternoon, everybody. Happy New Year. We are live here at the Land, the first broadcast of 2025 on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Richard Holder's here along with the coach, Coach Corey Black. We've got a non-region game between the Pacelli Vikings taking on a 7A school from Alabama, the Dothan Wolves. How you been, Coach?
Doing great, Richard. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you, Coach.
Yep. I'm excited about this one today, Richard. This is going to be a fun one.
Pacelli comes in undefeated, 11-0. The Dothan Wolves, they're 18-1. They're having a fantastic season as well. And this is going to be just a high-flying action and event. You can hear Chris Smith, the public address announcer, hyping up the team. We got Jack Patterson from WRBL. You know this is a big game, Coach. We're just excited about this game today.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one, Richard. You got Pacelli coming in here on a 23-game winning streak, undefeated on the season, and you got Dothan coming in here ranked number 3 in 7A in Alabama. That's 18 wins already. This season is really huge, Richard. There's a lot of teams that don't get 18 wins all season, and they already got them right here the first of the year. So this must tells me a lot. Dothan is a really good team, and they ain't played anybody. We finna find out.
Absolutely. They have had some, their only loss was to Opelika. That's a 7A school. They've beaten Smith Station, Eufaula, Spain Park. They've got some pretty good wins under their belt. As for Pacelli, as they get ready for a GIAA play on Tuesday against Calvary Christian, I mean, Coach, you're familiar with this. They play a lot of 7A school, a lot of teams from higher classifications in Georgia, like Warner Robins, like Therrell. They actually defeated Therrell at State Farm Arena the day after Christmas. Got a big win over Hebron Christian and East Paulding. They've defeated Callaway, Lithia Springs. They're not afraid to play the competition, like you know, Coach, the schedule they had last year.
Oh, yeah, no question about it. And that's what it takes. If you're going to get to the next level and have a chance in March, Richard, you got to have played really good basketball teams, and they did it, and they got themselves ready right here for GIAA play right here. They ready to rock and roll right here. I'm excited about it.
I'm excited too, Coach. Your starters for Pacelli: Jalen Bush, Makai Williams, Michael Rowe, Trenton Latham, and Matthew Melvin. For the Dothan Wolves, Jordan Rollins, Adrian Doyle, Josh Lee, Diggy Coleman, and Tristan Johnson. As Michael Rowe getting ready to tip off with Tristan Johnson, and a nice save. Dothan wins the tip. And Bryson Berry leading the point over to Johnson. Near side, Rollins kicks it over to the top of the key to Berry. Berry fires a three. Back of the iron, no good. Trying to save that, and it's going to go to Pacelli. That was a good effort by Dothan. Pacelli will get the basketball. It's 20 seconds taken off the clock off that first possession by Dothan. And here comes the point guard, Trenton Latham. Over to the far wing to Jalen Bush, looking for a screen. Back over to Matthew Melvin. Trying to look for the screen, Melvin. Back over to the top of the key to Michael Rose. Swings it over to Latham. Latham trying to find a hole. Here's Makai Williams. A long pass, Melvin pump fakes. Back over to Makai Williams, top of the arc, rattles out. It's going to be rebounded by Jordan Rollins. And here come the Dothan Wolves. They want to go fast. Coleman, up and in. And Dothan gets the early lead over Pacelli, 2-0. Here comes Jalen Bush. Trying to drive, pass over to Latham in the corner, three, no good. Dothan again with the rebound. Here's Bryson Berry. Did not get the numbers back. Over the top of the key, Berry. Yeah, Dothan, they're starting off fast, Coach. They're just passing it around, just trying to get a feel for this Pacelli defense.
Yeah, see Pacelli start out in man-to-man against them. They're doing a good job defending them already, too, Richard.
Oh, what a steal by Jalen Bush. Little spin move. Bush with an open lane, and the reverse layup, and the tip in no good. Rebounded by Matthew Melvin. He's going to get fouled. Yeah, good second effort.
Yeah, good effort right there by Matthew, following up that miss by Jalen Bush. That's why you can never give up on a play right there, Richard. You always finish. You never know if that shot going to come off or it's going to win. So Matthew Melvin in the right place at the right time.
It will be a non-shooting foul for Dothan, and Pacelli will inbounds it. Coach, are these players all familiar from your team last year? What have you been impressed about so far with your starting five here for Pacelli?
Just that they just kept the momentum going from last year. You know, it's a really good group right here. They've been with us 3-4 years, and, you know, they just kept the momentum going. I've been excited to see that, and they just kept it going.
6:17 left to go here in the first. We're glad that you're joining us on this Friday afternoon as kids are still on Christmas break. Should be going back to school sometime next week. But we're glad that you're watching us and here at the land. Little pass inside to Makai Williams. Back out to Matthew Melvin for three. And he misses. Good save by Bryson Berry. Here comes the Dothan Wolves. Driving the lane and gets fouled. Diggy Coleman. They're going to call that foul on the floor. It'll be a non-shooting foul for the Dothan Wolves. Bryson Berry, 10 downs it. To the top of the key, Jordan Rollins. Back over to Bryson Berry, near side. Berry dribbles between the legs, looking for the screen. Bryson Berry, a long jumper is good.
Good shot right there by Berry. He's one of the best unsigned players in the state of Alabama.
He's got 4 points, and Dothan with an early 4-0 lead over Pacelli. Comes Matthew Melvin, looking for the screen. Passes it over to Michael Rowe. Rowe over to Bush. Bush, pull-up jumper. Back of the iron, no good. Rebounded by Berry. They want to go fast. Coleman all the way to the rack and in.
Big-time play right by Dothan. Pacelli got to do a better job of getting back on defense.
Long corner three for Matthew Melvin. No good. That's another rebound for Berry. And here comes a transition for Dothan. Trying to get a transition bucket up 6-0. Good ball movement by the Dothan Wolves. Long NBA range three by Coleman, no good. It's going to go off of Pacelli, and Dothan will have the basketball.
Pacelli just got to settle down and get something going on the offensive end, Richard. You know, you're only down 6-0, just 2 possessions right here. So this is an important defensive start right here, not to go down more than 2 possessions.
Berry is going to pass it to Coleman. Coleman takes it across the logo, looking for Berry. Berry left-handed dribble, looking for the screen, being guarded by Matthew Melvin. Swings it over to the far side, over to Rollins. Bounce pass to the front wing to Walker. Walker loses it off his foot, but Dothan's able to recover it. Shot clock down to 1. He's got to get it off. That's going to be a shot clock violation. The ref's going to blow the whistle.
Really good defense right there by the Vikings, Richard. And, you know, one thing about it, Dothan not used to playing that shot clock over in Alabama.
They don't have a shot clock in Alabama, so they've got to get used to it. We saw that last week in the Border Wars with the Georgia teams having to adjust to not having a shot clock. But we got a timeout on the floor. We'll keep it right here, Coach, as this broadcast is brought to you by the Beck Center. We thank Roger Beck and just for supporting Georgia Alabama Sports Live Athletics. Coach, so far, down 6-0 against a 7A school from Alabama, one of the top teams in Alabama. What have you seen so far from the Pacelli Vikings, and how are they going to have to come back from this?
Yeah, you got to get back in transition defense. It's the first thing they got to do is don't give up any wide open layups. You know, just by getting back, you can avoid that, and they can do that. The offense will come. Just keep playing solid defense, and you'll get there. And handle this pressure. Dothan's going to bring a little pressure. They're a little deeper over there too, so you got to handle that pressure.
Yeah, leading scorer for the Dothan Wolves is Bryson Berry. He's got 4 points. Melvin looking over to Bush. Now Bush is going to take it. Being guarded by Jordan Rollins. Bush over to Rowe. Michael Rowe, the sophomore. Over to Makai Williams, and that's going to be a reach-in by Rollins. That's going to be the second team foul for Dothan. Trenton Latham will inbounds it underneath the basket with 4:17 left to go. Pass, nice pass to Rowe, and the dunk by Michael Rowe. Pacelli gets on the board. I'll tell you what, Coach, that fires up the crowd.
Oh, yeah, big sound play right there by the sophomore sensation, Michael Rowe.
Over in the corner. That was Jake Thompson checking in the game for Dothan. Thompson with it. Top of the key to Walker. They're just working that shot clock. The defense by Pacelli is making them earn it. Shot clock down to 7. Long three-pointer by Berry is good. He had a hand in the face. 7 points for Bryson Berry. Little Euro step, and he traveled. Jalen Bush, he got the hops, was trying to go for one of those Euro step layups, and Dothan was able to get that back, up 9-2 over Pacelli. Jake Thompson. Oh, what a block by Michael Rowe.
Big time athletic block right there by Rowe right there on the defensive end, Richard.
And that's the thing, Pacelli is not afraid to play the competition. They play Georgia schools with a much higher classification. This Dothan team, even though they are talented, Pacelli knows how to play these public schools that are higher classifications.
Yeah, ain't no question, Richard. They've been here before. They done played these teams over and over throughout the year. So playing a bigger school is not a big deal to them.
Melvin looking for Makai Williams. Williams being guarded by Darius Walker. Williams, top of the key. That's going to be a foul on Walker. Dothan's got to be careful. That's their third team foul. 2 more, and that'll put Pacelli at the line with 3:15 left to go. As Makai Williams will inbounds it. Pacelli trailing 9-2. Williams finds Latham, or Jalen Bush. Bush, top of the key. Looking for the screen. Nice screen by Melvin. As Bush. Good defense, but Bush inside the row. Oh, a nice pass to Trenton Latham for the bucket.
Good pass right there by Rowe to find Latham right there. That's good. Good pass by the big man.
Here comes Adrian Doyle, another block by Michael Rowe, his second. But I tell you, Michael Rowe and his length, just a great perimeter defender. He's got his second block of the game. Berry takes it over to Diggy Coleman. Back over to the top of the key. Tristan Johnson swings over to Berry. Berry fires a 3. No good. Rebounded by Michael Rowe. And here comes Jalen Bush. Bush passes it to Latham. Latham for 3. No good. And the tip in by Matthew Melvin is good. Second effort by Matthew Melvin to get that offensive rebound. And Pacelli on a 5-0 run, or a 4-0 run. Three-pointer, and that is good by Adrian Doyle. And it quiets the crowd a little bit. Here comes Makai Williams. Williams off the glass and in.
Nice inside pass right there from Rowe to Makai.
They are spreading the offense. 4 players with 2 points. It is now 12-8, Dothan on top. As Doyle thought about the 3, here comes Bryson Berry. Passes it, corner, Arvin no good, and another rebound by Michael Rowe. Bounce pass over to Williams. Near side, he's going to try to slow it down. Here's to the corner, Jalen Bush, no good. And that's going to be rebounded by Finn. And here comes Bryson Berry. Berry, double teamed. Top of the key to Finn. Finn, no good, and rebounded by who else but Michael Rowe.
He might end the glass.
Yeah, he's got like 4 rebounds. He might end up having a double-double.
He on his way if we keep that rate going.
Latham. Looking for a teammate, passes it to Rowe in the corner. Rowe driving the lane, goes up for a shot and gets fouled.
Called a charge, a little out of control.
They're gonna charge. Yep, that will be a charge.
Yep, a little out of control on that play. Should have just pulled up or came to 2 feet on that one. Just a little out of control on that play.
Coming into the game for Pacelli is number 2, Isaiah Jackson and Caleb Jackson.
Pacelli going into that bench is which is I'm interested in seeing Richard, because, you know, Dothan has played by 8-9 guys already. So we're going to see if they can be able to handle the depth with Dothan.
Johnson being guarded by Williams. Coleman swings it over to Cox, over to Barry. Barry, corner three, it's off the mark. And here comes Matthew Melvin, down by 4. Swings it over to Bush, near side, back over to Melvin, top of the key. Being guarded by Finn. Melvin's got some space, and he got fouled on the floor. That's the 4th team foul by Dothan with 18 seconds left to go. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. I think Pacelli wants to try to hold for a final shot maybe to try to cut into this lead. Here comes Matthew Melvin for 3. And hits it! And they now trail by 1 with 10 seconds left to go. Matthew Melvin, the leading scorer for Pacelli with 5 points. Barry, they got to get it off. No good by Tristan Johnson, but Pacelli comes all the way back in the first quarter. They now trail Dothan 12-11. Well, we've played one so far here at the Land, as this broadcast is brought to you by the Beck Center. Richard Holdridge, Coach Corey Black. We'll be back with the start of the second quarter here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Are you looking for a great deal on a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC full-size truck? Check them out. Chevy Silverado and GMC Sierras side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika, Alabama. Take your choice. A brand new 2024 Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks, discounted up to $15,000 off, or 0% financing. Plus, no payments till springtime. Here at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, get ready to smile.
Welcome back here to the campus of St. Anne Pacelli here in the Land. As Pacelli trails Dothan 12-11. Richard Holdridge, Coach Corey Black here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Pacelli with the ball. Jalen Bush passes it over to Melvin. Matthew Melvin with 5 points, the leading scorer for Pacelli. Bush kicks over to the corner, and that is off the mark. But a good putback by Matthew Melvin, and it's now 7-0. That shot was missed by Caleb Jackson. But Pacelli takes the lead. Be their first lead of the game against Dothan. As we got Lee. Barry, bounce pass to the top of the key to Johnson. Back to Barry. Good defense by Pacelli. Nothing's coming easy for Dothan. Johnson trying to, and he got it stolen. Matthew Melvin, it's a 3-on-2, little Euro step, Melvin off the glass and in.
Good time play right there by Makai Williams.
Makai Williams, yes.
Really good time, big time.
Makai Williams with 4 points.
Got it.
And it's stolen by Jalen Bush. Oh, and he lost it. Barry comes up with it. Bryson Barry, top of the key, over to Coleman. Near side to Cox. Coleman being guarded by Makai Williams. Coleman, and he altered his shot and he gets the foul. That was a good job by Diggy Coleman to alter his shot, because Makai Williams was going up for the block.
Yeah, he had the shot block and everything. Just a better offense right there than defense on that one.
You got to tip your cap to Diggy Coleman for altering that shot.
Yeah, sometimes it's just better offense than defense.
Diggy Coleman has an opportunity to tie the game here in the second. And he makes it. And he's got 5 points, and we are knotted up at 15. Here comes Bush, going fast. Being guarded by Barry. Back over to Matthew Melvin. Melvin, the far wing. Passes in the corner over to Isaiah Jackson. That was going to go back to Pacelli with 6:20 left to go here in the second quarter. Caleb Jackson will inbounds it. Coach, one thing about Pacelli, they always have a deep rotation of players as we're seeing some of these newcomers in here.
Yeah, it looks like they're about 7 or 8 deep this year, Richard, so which is not bad. You need at least 8 to have a chance really, and really good against a really good team like Dothan.
Oh, yeah, no question. And that pass tipped away by Tawari Beachman. It'll stay right here with Pacelli. Don't forget, GIAA play will be this Tuesday, taking on Calvary Christian. Coach, you know something about Calvary Christian?
Yeah, that should be a good, fun matchup right there. I just talked to John Gordon. They're on the way to their matchup against Strong Rock today.
They're playing Strong Rock today. We'll be on the call for New Creation Christian Academy tomorrow. And you know we're going to have that game on Georgia Alabama Sports Live next Tuesday. Pass over to Jalen Bush. Bush looking for the screen. Nice screen by Melvin. Spin move. Bush kicks it out to Matthew Melvin. Little pump fake, and he traveled.
Those turnovers, that's Pacelli third turnover of the first half. Richard, they got to limit the turnovers to have a chance against a good team like Dothan.
I agree, Coach, and you want to fake your man on the pump fake, but you just got to be careful when you're dribbling it. I thought it was a good move by Matthew Melvin, but the refs called it. Now it's Dothan basketball. They got a chance to retake the lead. Barry, leading scorer with 7 points, passes it to Rollins for 3. That's off the mark. Barry trying to save it. Oh, what a save by Barry. Gives it over to Coleman. Diggy, Coleman is gone. Count the bucket.
Another big, strong move right there by Coleman. He can finish at the basket. And what I like about Coleman, too, now, he can finish against some size and length, too. That's the second time he done did that against my guy.
And Diggy Coleman with 7 points can extend this lead. The ref, now they did not put the score on the board. Are they calling this an offensive?
Called an offensive foul.
They called an offensive foul on Diggy Coleman.
Wow.
So Pacelli gets a break here with 5:36 left to go here in the second. Is Matthew Melvin going to inbounds it?
It's a good break right there for the Vikings.
Oh, absolutely. That could have been a 3-point lead by Dothan.
Correct.
Here comes Matthew Melvin. Melvin behind the back. Looking for that screen. And that was just an ill-advised turnover. Dothan with the ball.
Yeah, Matthew got to get a little deeper down on the wing and try to get that ball to roll like he was just trying to do.
Oh, and that's another turnover by Dothan. And here comes Pacelli on a fast break. Little Euro step off the glass by Jalen Bush.
Big-time finish right there by the senior, Jalen Bush.
Pacelli with a 2-point lead over the 7A Dothan. Rollins. That was good defense, but then there's and a block coming out of nowhere was Caleb Jackson.
Good defense on the recover right there by Caleb Jackson. Got beat on defense and recovered for the block. That was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good timing. Kind of came out of nowhere. There's a little baseline going up, and that defense, that is hard to defend, but Dothan comes up with it, and a good basket by Jordan Rollins. It's tied at 17. Jackson in the corner. Back over to Bush. Bush is going to reset it. Looking to drive the lane, and we got a moving screen, or is that that's an offensive foul?
Yeah, offensive foul right there on Michael Rowe. Just didn't get it legal.
And Makai Williams going to check back in for Pacelli. It's been an entertaining game so far, Coach. 17
really
all.
Game. Dead end. Two really good basketball teams right here on a Friday afternoon.
Dothan came out strong, had that early 6-0 lead. Pacelli was able to come back.
Second team foul right there on Michael Rowe. We got to note that, Richard. That could go a long way right there when you start talking about foul trouble for the Vikings. They're not very deep.
Especially your top shot blocker and rebounder. That's going to be huge. And that's a foul on Caleb Jackson. Close to getting all ball, but the ref's going to call a foul there.
Yeah, smart move right there by Dothan. They see that Pacelli big guy Rowe ain't in there, the shot blocker, so they said we're going to attack the middle and see what happened right here, and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, Michael Rowe sitting with 2 fouls. And that shot is good by Barry. Yeah, Dothan's going to take advantage with Michael Rowe sitting on the bench. I tell you what, I've been impressed with Bryson Barry. He's got 8 points. This is an athletic guard for Dothan as he misses the second. Dothan's got a 1-point lead over Pacelli with 4:12 left to go here in the second. Makai Williams over to Melvin in the corner. Back out to Latham. Latham, and that's going to be a foul on Adrian Doyle. That'll be a non-shooting foul as the team fouls reset after the quarter. But this has been a widely entertaining back and forth game between two talented schools. Latham looking for Melvin, top of the key. Oh, a nice little give and go to Trenton Latham that, and he ended up getting an offensive foul.
Yeah, just let out of control right there. And Dothan in a really good position to take that charge right there. Give some credit to Dothan on taking that charge.
And you could tell from the reaction from the Dothan bench, they knew that that was an offensive foul. Dothan with the ball with a 1-point lead. Top of the key to Johnson. Back over to Rollins. Corner three. No good. And Pacelli comes up with the rebound, and Barry saves it.
Wow,
what a save. Rollins, pull-up jumper, front of the iron, no good. And Rollins, that's Jackson with another block. He's got 2. Here's Latham. Trenton Latham all the way to the rack and in. Back to a 1-point lead for the Pacelli Vikings. Barry over to Doyle. Back over to Johnson. Good swarming defense by Pacelli. And we got a timeout as Coach Bynum wants to call a timeout. 3:06 left to go here in the second. Pacelli with a 1-point lead over the Dothan Wolves. Just a reminder coming up next week, we got the first region game for the Pacelli Vikings. They are taking on Calvary Christian. Then we got a non-region game against another Alabama opponent. The Handley Tigers, a 4A school. That is going to be 2 o'clock on the 11th. And then they're going to be on the road against Perry, or in Perry, taking on Westfield School on the 14th. And then, Coach, you know this rivalry all too well. January the 17th, Brookstone is coming here to the land.
Oh, it'll be a fun one right there. It'll be packed. You better get here early because that game's going to be packed.
Yeah, it's going to be packed.
Coach Ivy going to come in here ready to rock and roll. And Coach Thomas' first one up there going against Brookstone. That'll be a fun one right there.
And, Coach, what do you think about Calvary being in the GIAA this year and being, basically a 3-team rivalry between Brookstone, Pacelli, and Calvary?
Yeah, it's kind of pretty cool, kind of different. Most conferences and cities don't have 3 teams that's right there that close to each other. So it's pretty cool and unique.
Dothan with the basketball. Doyle swings it over. Barry back over to Finn. Little bounce pass. Doyle. Barry driving the lane. Thought about shooting it. Doyle, 1 second. Shot clock violation. What defense by Pacelli. And you can see the bench up applauding. Great defensive effort by the Vikings.
There it goes again. Dothan not used to playing that shot clock, Richard.
Got to get used to got to get used to the shot clock.
Got him again.
I mean, you're playing a game in Alabama the night before. It takes some adjustment. Pacelli with a 1-point lead. Makai Williams with it. Oh, Makai Williams just going to drive all the way to the lane and blocked by Coleman. Barry, corner three. No good. Look at the physicality by Dothan. Coleman, put back is good by Jordan Rollins.
Just more athleticism, more physical play right there for Dothan to win that possession. Pacelli got to get a little bit more physical.
Over to Jackson. Back to Williams. Makai Williams thought about the jumper. Back over to Latham. Matthew Melvin with it. Dothan with a 1-point lead. Melvin, 3. No good. Rebound by Makai Williams off the glass and in. Count the bucket. You talk about that physicality, Coach. Makai Williams, right place, right time.
Yes, it was. And the and one. Physical, go up strong. That's what you want to see.
Great play by Makai Williams. And he will go to the line to attempt the 3-point play. This has really been a back-and-forth game. so far. Dothan jumped out to that 6-0 lead, and then Pacelli made a little of adjustments, trying to feel out Dothan, this physical, athletic team that likes to run the floor. Makai Williams to the line. And he makes it. He's got 7 points for Pacelli. The Vikings up by 2. Here comes Rollins. Jaden Cox, bounce pass to Rollins. Quick double team, they switch. Cox with it, bounce pass to Rollins. They're just trying to find an open lane. If the shot's available, they're gonna take it. And then we got a whistle, and that is gonna be an offensive foul on Dothan.
That was a travel right there.
There's a traveling violation. Hard to see from this angle, Coach, but we'll just say turnover.
Yeah, turnover right there.
Bounce pass over to Jason Davis, who checked in the game. A familiar name. That sounds like he plays football.
Football player right there.
Football player, yeah.
A little basketball.
Here's Matthew Melvin with it. Tipped. Jackson, no good.
Kind of forced that one a little bit.
Yeah, he did. Here comes Dothan on a fast break. Good rebound by Matthew Melvin. Over to Williams. Makai Williams. He's going to reset it back out. Driving the lane, and no good is Jalen Bush.
Got him on the block. Don't shoot 2 free throws.
So Jalen Bush will go to the line for Pacelli. Coach, I want to bring it back to March last year, Columbus State University. Pacelli wins their first ever GIAA championship. What was that feeling like? I know I was there. I know that you were just ecstatic.
Yeah.
It was a great feeling, but really, what was going through your mind when the team won the championship?
Well, it's all the hard work that they put in. They put in so much work, the 5 a.m. practices, the traveling 3,000 miles. You just like to see the school and the kids get rewarded. You're going to have a winner, you're going to have a loser. Sometimes you just hope you're on the other side of it. So, glory to God, man, for getting us there and getting us through it. So I'm really excited and more happy for the kids. They work pretty hard.
As Jalen Bush makes 1 of 2. Pacelli with a 3-point lead. Diggy Coleman. Pass it over to Rollins. Inside to Darius Walker, who's checking into the game for the first time. Far side to Lee. Barry. Back over to Coleman. Barry, mid-range jumper. Front of the iron, no good. I kind of feel like Barry's forcing it. I mean, his shot was going down in that first quarter. Pacelli could hold for the final shot here in the second quarter, up by 3. How great would this be if Pacelli could extend their lead going into the locker room? Here comes Matthew Melvin. Melvin looking for the screen. Over to Makai Williams, driving the baseline. Williams, fadeaway jumper, rattles in and out. Oh, I thought that was going in. 4 seconds, 3, Barry fires. No good, and that is the first half. Pacelli with a 3-point lead over the Dothan Wolves. Coach, what was your impression on Pacelli in that first half?
Played a really good job defensively. You held on to 20 points in the first half. That's really hard to do, especially against a really good team like Dothan that got all those scores. So they did a really good job playing defensively. Dothan on the other side was a little bit more athletic, a little bit more physical, but Pacelli made a couple plays in the first half that showed the same kind of physical and athletic. So that was pretty solid right there.
All right, we're at halftime. The Pacelli Vikings lead the Dothan Wolves 23-20 as this game is brought to you by the Beck Center. We'll be back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible. To be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy, and Gordy Eye Care for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291 888-281-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Are you looking for a great deal on a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC full-size truck? Check them out. Chevy Silverado and GMC Sierras side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika, Alabama. Take your choice. A brand new 2024 Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks, discounted up to $15,000 off, or 0% financing. Plus, no payments till springtime. Here at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, get ready to smile.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live is proud to partner with one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock. And without this partnership, it would be hard to be able to live stream all the different sporting events at high schools, colleges, and local professional teams every single week like we do. So we thank Buffalo Rock for their support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast, make sure you're drinking a nice, refreshing Pepsi. Delicious. Thank you to Buffalo Rock and Pepsi. Georgia, Alabama. Sports Live will be your go-to for all your favorite high school and collegiate games this fall. From the Carver Tigers to the Columbus Blue Devils, the Harris County Tigers and Northside Patriots, the Glenwood Gators and Calvary Christian Knights, the Pacelli Vikings and Brookstone Cougars, to the Smith Station Panthers and Russell County Warriors, from CVCC, Pirates basketball and baseball, and every tournament from here to Macon. We are the #1 destination for anything happening in East Alabama and West Central Georgia. Be sure to like and follow us on YouTube and Facebook, and stay tuned for even more amazing ways we will be bringing Georgia Alabama Sports Live to you this upcoming season. We can't wait to come see you next.
My name is Quinteria Perry, and this is my CVCC story. I've graduated from CVCC with my associates in medical assistant, and I received my certification from CVCC. The training that I got from CVC and being prepared to come and do clinicals helped tremendously. I started looking at scholarships, and the Ambassador Scholarship was interesting to me because you did events to earn your scholarship and you meet people. My favorite part about my job is meeting patients every day. They will crack me up every day. They make my day better. I would recommend CVCC to anyone that asks because of the scholarships, the teachers, the small stuff that you can't get at a university. They actually take the time out for each student.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock, and their partnership with everything that we do. And without business like Buffalo Rock, we wouldn't be able to go cover softball, volleyball games, every type of high school sport you can think of, local college games, and professional. So thank you to those businesses that support us, and specifically Buffalo Rock. And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast after a nice long day, why not enjoy it with a nice, refreshing sorry? The best lemon lime soda around. Thank you to Sorry and Buffalo Rock for our partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Are you looking for a great deal on a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC full-size truck? Check them out. Chevy Silverado and GMC Sierras side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika, Alabama. Take your choice. A brand new 2024 Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks, discounted up to $15,000 off, or 0% financing. Plus, no payments till springtime. Here at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, get ready to smile.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible. To be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy and Gordy Eye Care, for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
We're at the half. Pacelli up by 3 against Dothan. Richard Holdridge, Coach Corey Black here on the call. Coach, leading scorers for Pacelli, Makai Williams and Matthew Melvin, both with 7 points. Pacelli's been doing a good job just adjusting to the style of play that Dothan likes to play.
Yeah, you know what? I can tell you one thing, that shot clock is affecting Dothan a little bit, you know, not playing with it in Alabama. They done had a couple possessions where they had to force it a little bit just because of the shot clock.
The leading scorer for Dothan is Diggy Coleman. He has got 7. Bryson Berry has got 6.
You know what, another thing, Richard, you know, it's the second half. You got a couple streaks right here on the line. You got Pacelli, 23-game winning streak on the line. Dothan, 10-game winning streak on the line. So I'm excited about the second half right here to see what happens.
Absolutely. Dothan's going to get the basketball down by 3. Tristan Johnson is going to inbounds it. As we are switching sides of the court, Dothan's going from left to right on your TV screen or smartphone or however you are live streaming us on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Bryson Berry with it. Passes it over to Coleman. Coleman swinging it around that far. Coleman over. Puts up a shot, and that goes in. What a move by Bryson Berry.
Good player right there. Again, one of the best unsigned players in the state of Alabama. See why people are recruiting him.
Cuts this lead to 1. Here's Jalen Bush. Into Michael Rowe. Rowe past to Lathan, a little off the mark. It might have been off a Dothan player. The refs are going to discuss it to try to see. They got a pretty good angle to see who it went off of. Dothan saying it went off of them. And it's going to be Pacelli ball. Bush. That's going to go out of bounds once again. Good defense by Josh Lee. Dothan comes in with an 18-1 record. Their only loss to Opelika. Like you mentioned, Coach, 10-game win streak on the line for the Dothan Wolves. Over to Melvin. Melvin, quick three-pointer is good!
Big time shot right there by the junior Matthew Melvin.
And Pacelli with their largest lead of the game. Here comes Bryson Berry. Pass in the corner, off the mark. It's going to go back to Pacelli. And I tell you what, that three-pointer by Matthew Melvin kind of shifted the momentum back to Pacelli. And that's what Matthew Melvin did last year for you, Coach.
Yeah.
He is just a stop and pop, shoot the ball like his brother did at Columbus State.
Yeah, he's a game-changing shooter. He'll make 3-4 in a row, and the game will be totally different.
It's over to Latham. He regroups off the pass. Trenton Latham dribbling, looking for the screen, passes it. They switch over to Matthew Melvin for three. Rattles in and out, rebounded by Michael Rowe. Rowe off the glass and in, count the bucket. Michael Rowe, just a physical presence on the post with his 6th rebound and the putback. I tell you, Coach, this is a very special player. Had a huge impact as on your team last year as a freshman.
Yeah, he did, and played a little bit as an 8th grader, too. So he got a little experience, Richard, and most kids don't have it as a sophomore.
He does miss the free throw. It's a 6-point lead for Pacelli. Look at that swarm in defense by Pacelli.
Danger time right here for Dothan. They got to get a basket. They down 6 right here to start the half, so they need a basket bad right here.
Bryson Berry inbounding it. Over to Diggy Coleman, the leading scorer for the Dothan Wolves with 7 points. Back over to Bryson Berry. Seems like Dothan's 2 offensive stars are Berry and Coleman. Who else on the Dothan Wolves is going to get going here in the second half? Coleman, jumper, rattles in and good.
Nice shot right there by Coleman. With the shot clock winding down, that was a big time play.
And almost stolen by Berry, and they're going to reset. Pacelli will get the ball. Up by 3. Pass over to Makai Williams, driving the baseline. Pass to Melvin, thought about the 3. Passes it, corner, Bush, no good. Rebounded by Makai Williams, up and in.
Pacelli doing a good job on the offensive glass right now.
Makai Williams with 9 points. It's stolen by Jalen Bush. And that is a bucket for Jalen Bush. It's going to be the quickest 4 points you'll ever see in your life, Coach. I'm telling you. That was a good job by Jalen Bush getting the steal and the quick bucket. And Pacelli, 7-point lead.
7-point lead for the Vikings. Dothan in a position where they may need to call a timeout. They're going to let it get away from them.
Look at Pacelli with the full, well, with the good press on this. Let's see if Dothan can try to get some movement around. There's a jumper, and that rattles in by Diggy Coleman.
Diggy Coleman with the answer right there.
Coleman's doing a good job.
Really good player right there by Coleman. Good answer from Dothan.
Yeah, 11 points for the Dothan Wolves. He's over to Williams. Williams passes it to Bush. And Bush gets it in.
Nice play right there by Bush, keeping himself under control. The defender tried to act like he was taking the charge, but he didn't get it. Good play by Bush.
It's back to a 7-point lead for the Vikings. Coleman back over to Berry. Swings over to Lee. Stolen by Jalen Bush. Second steal of the half. Euro step. Up and in.
Big time play again by the senior Jalen Bush right there leading his team, Richard.
Pacelli up by 3 at the half, now up by 9. They've come out on fire here in this third quarter. And that is up and in by Josh Lee. And Dothan really needed that basket. And there's a nice give and go pass to Matthew Melvin by Makai Williams. Melvin's got 12. It's back to a 9-point lead for the Pacelli Vikings. Over to Lee. Back out to Berry. Berry, corner 3, good. And we got ourselves a timeout. Pacelli up by 6 with 4:02 left to go here in the third. Coach, Pacelli was able to get the shot they wanted. They were able to take advantage of some turnovers. 2 steals by Jalen Bush. Matthew Melvin with 12 points, some good offensive rebounds by Makai Williams. But it seems like Dothan's not going away.
You know one thing I noticed, Richard, Dothan didn't panic. They got down 7, 8 points just then and didn't panic. Coach didn't go crazy, call a timeout. You could tell those guys been here before. They've been in some battles, so 6-point games don't seem like it's anything for Dothan. They held their composure, and they're fine.
Yeah, like we mentioned, Dothan comes into this game 18-1, one of the top teams in 7A in the state of Alabama. Pacelli 11-0 on the season. They're up by 6. Matthew Melvin. Bounce pass to Bush. Bush going coast to coast, and we're going to get a foul on the Wolves. It's going to be a blocking foul on the floor. Trenton Latham will inbounds it. Over to Rowe, back to Latham. Matthew Melvin inside to Williams. Top of the key, nice pass to Michael Rowe, count the bucket! And he will go to the line for the and one.
Nice inside pass from Makai to Rowe right there. That's a bad tandem right there. They get on the same page.
And Michael Rowe, like we talked about, he's already got 6 points. You know, he does have 2 fouls, but he's been tremendous on the boards with 6 rebounds, 2 blocks. Just doing it on the defensive side and getting the offense going too.
Big free throws right here for Rowe right here to make the lead to go to 9 points.
And he makes it. Rowe's got 7. So on the season, the leading scorer is Jalen Bush, averaging 14.3 points a game. Makai Williams has got 13.6, and Matthew Melvin with 13.2. So balanced scoring from the Pacelli Vikings this season. Dothan with it. Johnson back over to Berry. Bryson Berry being guarded by Latham. Here comes Coleman. Inside. Stays with it. Shot clock down to 10. Pass to Johnson with a dunk.
Wow, big time athletic play right there by Johnson.
Tristan Johnson slams it in. And we got a steal by Tristan Johnson. And that is going to be, what are they going to call it?
They called it a block.
It's going to be a block on Matthew Melvin. Thought it might have been an offensive foul.
Yeah,
but
he got there, Ralph. He was right there in the right spot. But I think he leaned right there before he got there, so he got caught with the block.
So good call by the refs. Tristan Johnson will go to the line for 2. And it seems like every time Dothan gets a big bucket, Pacelli will answer back, but Pacelli can't quite put this game away. Dothan is sticking around.
Yeah, Dothan is hanging in right there, and you know, a couple turnovers right there by Pacelli. You know, they had a chance to go. They was up 9, and you know, Dothan scored, and he turned over. Now they're back at the free throw line.
Tristan Johnson to the line. He misses the first. Dothan's next game will be on the 7th of January. They will go down to Enterprise.
That'll be a war.
Region game, the Enterprise Wildcats, who won the championship a couple years ago.
Yeah, that'll be a war right there.
Rebounded by Matthew Melvin as both foul shots missed. Comes Jalen Bush. He's got 9 points. Bush, a little tipped. Jackson swings it over to Makai Williams, driving the baseline. Little spin move. Jackson, top of the corner, front of the iron, and rebounded by Jalen Bush with a putback.
Good rebound, been in the right place at the right time by Bush.
Jalen Bush has got 11. It's back to a 9-point lead for Pacelli. Inside to Johnson. Berry near side. Finn. Back over to Johnson. Berry with a quick double team. Thought about the 3, and he walked. Cam Finn tried to do one of those moves to try to go for the 3 and try to drive the lane, but he ended up traveling. And Pacelli on this possession could make it a double-digit lead with 2:30 left to go here in the 3rd. This is Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Richard Holdridge, the coach, Coach Corey Black, here on the call. Happy New Year to everybody. Pacelli up by 9. Makai Williams, jumper, rattles in and out, and that's a big rebound by Finn. And then here comes Jake Thompson, no good. Oh, almost basket interference. Pacelli gets a break. Little spin move, Michael Rowe with a putback. Oh, what a spin move. It's an 11-point lead for the Pacelli Vikings. Here comes Johnson, no good. And that's going to be rebounded by Thompson. Well, the hustle play of Pacelli, nothing's coming easy for Dothan. Pacelli is right there defensively. But I'm starting to see some of the shots are not falling for Dothan, and Pacelli's taking advantage.
Yeah, that's probably a little more credit to Pacelli defense right there. They done turned it up a little bit. That's why that lead then extended 11. And another huge defensive possession right here for the Vikings. They can extend that lead a little bit.
Well, they say, Coach, defense does create offense. That's really what Pacelli has done here in the third quarter as they are up by 11. Coleman, top of the key. Oh, nice move. Coleman with a jumper. No good. Behind the back, and oh, what a good hustle by Jake Thompson getting the turnover. And here comes Diggy Coleman. We got a foul before the shot as he was going up for a basket, but that's going to be a foul on the floor. Coleman is saying that he was in the motion of shooting, but Bryson Berry will take it underneath the basket. 1:26 left to go here in the third. Pacelli up by 11. Diggy Coleman with 11 points, leading scorer for the Dothan Wolves. Top of the key to Beachman. Back out to Barron. Beachman from behind the arc, back over to Berry. Shot clock at 10. Thompson in the corner. Corner three by Jake Thompson.
Too much room for Thompson. He looks like a shooter. He stroked that one pretty good right there. We can't let him get going, Richard.
Yeah, 3 points off the bench, his first 3 of the game. Here comes Jackson. Jackson, and we got a whistle before the shot. Coach, I got the feeling that Dothan is going to find a way to, the shots are going to fall for them. They weren't falling in the third. Dothan's going to hang around in this game.
Yeah, it's a good basketball team, Richard. You expect them to. They're 18-1 for a reason, so I don't expect them to get ran out of here. You know they're going to make a run. Now, you understand basketball is a game of runs.
Oh, yeah.
Pacelli made a run, and you expect that Dothan's going to make a run here soon.
We definitely expect that. As Isaiah Jackson misses the first, Pacelli up by 8 with 47 seconds left to go here in the third. And he makes 1 of 2. Goes back to a 9-point lead for the Vikings. Here comes Bryson Berry. Berry, Thompson, driving the baseline. Oh, and a block by Matthew Melvin. What are they calling it, a goaltend or shooting foul?
Wow.
I tell you, he had some hops. He gets up there and swats that away, but the ref ends up calling the foul.
Wow, you got to respect it now. We can't get in here fussing about them refs, can we, Rich?
Oh, no. It was a good call.
It's hard to find a good referee nowadays, so we need to leave them alone.
No, of course. It was a good call. Jake Thompson, and he misses. 40 seconds left to go. Kingston Lane checking into the game for Dothan. Thompson missed them both. That's a rebound by Matthew Melvin. There's 4 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock, but that's going to be a foul on the Dothan Wolves.
In the bonus, Richard. I think
they are in the bonus.
Line too.
That puts Dothan over the limit. And Pacelli could extend their lead. Largest lead of the game Pacelli had was 11. It hasn't been any greater than that. But with them up by 9, Matthew Melvin could extend this Pacelli lead to double digits once again. And he misses. 37 seconds left to go here in the third. Melvin makes one of two. He's the leading scorer for the Pacelli Vikings with 13. It's a 10-point lead for the Vikings. Dothan could hold for the final shot as there's 2 seconds between the shot clock and game clock. And he missed a point-blank range layup. That was Beachman. Oh! Oh, man. What a jam by Makai Williams. It's back to a 12-point lead. 7 seconds. Coleman, 3, good. Diggy Coleman. And we played 3 so far, Coach. Pacelli up by 9 against the Dothan Wolves. Well, we got one more quarter to go. I kind of get the feeling this is going to be a game that's going to go down to the wire as Pacelli has one more quarter, leading by 9 as this game is brought to you by the Beck Center. We'll be back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Welcome back here to the land. Pacelli leading Dothan 49-40. Richard Holdridge, Coach Corey Black here on the call. Dothan led by their coach Jeremy Bynum. Pacelli led by their first-year coach Calvin Thomas. Coach, you know a little bit about Coach Thomas, and he took over for you as the AD and the coach.
Yep, Coach Thomas is off to a really good start.
Yeah, 11-0 on the season. Pacelli with the ball. Makai Williams thought about the 3, splitting the double. Nice pass to Matthew Melvin. 4-3! What a shot! But what a pass by Makai Williams. It's back to a 12-point lead for Pacelli. They just tremendous defensively. Cat Jackson back over to Williams, swings it over to Melvin. The right wing. Melvin, top of the key. Back over to Bush. Nice pass over to Jackson in the corner. Inside to Williams. Nice bounce pass over to Jalen Bush, and there's going to be a foul. .704 left to go here in the game. What's at stake here? Pacelli undefeated, 11-0. Dothan 18-1, riding a 10-game win streak. Two talented teams here at the land this Friday afternoon. Well, almost stolen. Matthew Melvin, good strength. Oh, what a pass inside to Caleb Jackson. Good court vision by Matthew Melvin.
Really good pass right there by Melvin. Oh, 14 right here for the Vikings.
Yeah, largest lead of the game for Pacelli. Far side over to Rollins. Top of the key, Rollins almost got it stolen. Now back over to Tristan Johnson. Diggy Coleman, and they're swinging it around. Josh Lee now with it. Barry. Bryson Berry's been kind of cold in this second half. He hasn't been able to get his shot off. Shot clock down to 7. Long 3 is good. What a shot by Diggy Coleman.
Diggy Coleman been making big shot after big shot all day long when Dothan needed it the most.
Coleman's got 17 points. Pacelli with a 9-point lead. Jackson shoots a 3 and answers. Caleb Jackson with a 3 of his own.
What an answer right there by Caleb Jackson.
57-43, Pacelli leading Dothan. Coleman over to Barry. Top of the key to Johnson. Johnson, no good. Rebounded by Makai Williams. Williams going to push it down the floor. Williams, and he gets fouled. Oh, no, he carried. Ref is going to call that he carried.
Wow.
.533 left to go here in this game.
That's a tough one right there.
Yeah, it's a bang call, and the ref did make the call there, and you just got to make adjustments and just move on to the next play.
You got to, Rick. Good call.
Yeah, you just got to. Here's Diggy Coleman. Coleman over to Cox. Swings it over to the Barry on that left wing. Barry with an open lane, puts up the shot, and he gets fouled. He finished strong on that. I thought that he was going to get the and one. It was a good play by Bryson Barry to drive the lane. And Bryson Barry, he is stuck at 8 points. He has not had a productive second half as far as scoring goes. He got all of his scoring in the first half. And he misses the foul shot. We got Cam Finn checking into the game for Tristan Johnson. And Barry makes 1 of 2. And that's going to be a steal, and then we got a whistle. Yeah, I think it might have been a delay because Pacelli's going to get the ball back.
Yeah, I think they got him on the kick ball then.
5:09 left to go here in this contest here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Bush with the double team, and he traveled. And that was the defensive effort by Bryson Barry and Josh Lee, which forced the turnover. Dothan down by 13. Got to find some baskets here to try to get back in this game. Here's Diggy Coleman. Coleman, corner. Josh Lee for 3 is good. Dothan really needed that one. They now trail by 10. Jackson. And we got a timeout. Coach Thomas wants to talk it over. 4:45 left to go here in this game. Pacelli leads Dothan by 10. We'll be back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible. To be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy and Gordy Eye Care, for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Welcome back here to the campus of St. Anne Pacelli. We are here in the gymnasium known as the Land. Richard Holdridge, Coach Corey Black. Pacelli up by 10. Dothan, just when you think that Pacelli is putting Dothan away, Dothan finds a way to try to keep this game close. Diggy Coleman with 17 points is the leading scorer for Dothan.
Need a big possession right here out of timeout. That's what we didn't want for Vikings.
Yeah, that's definitely not what you want. Coleman up and in. Oh, he is just a fantastic player, Coach. 19 points.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Made that look easy. It's now an 8-point lead for Pacelli.
Another big possession right here by the Vikings. They need a basket.
Makai Williams over to Jackson. Inside to Rowe. Rowe using the glass and puts it up and in.
Yeah, it's very simple for the Vikings. They don't have anybody that can guard him. Just get the ball down there the row. He'll get you 2.
He is your most physical post player. You need a big bucket. Michael Rowe can be the answer, especially in this situation here against a very athletic Dothan team. 10-point lead for Pacelli. Coleman, Diggy Coleman, corner by Lee. Good! That's his second three.
Lee is making big-time shots right here, keeping Dothan in it.
Dothan down by 7 with 3:42 left to go. Melvin takes it across the timeline. We got Bush. We got a foul. It's going to be on Dothan. Latham will come in the next dead ball. All 5 starters in there for Pacelli. Bounce pass to Rowe in the corner. Over to Bush. Jalen Bush being guarded by Josh Lee. Pacelli trying to get an offensive bucket, but also they can work the shot clock, but Bush ends up traveling.
Clock never started, so
yeah,
that's a great possession for Dothan right there.
Dothan catches a break, down by 7. Josh Lee has really been the answer in this fourth quarter. 2 big threes. He's got 12 points off the bench. And Diggy Coleman, the leading scorer for Dothan with 19. And that's going to be stolen by Matthew Melvin. Bounce pass. Latham, what a block. Wow, that was an incredible block. Here comes Diggy Coleman. Coleman, Rowe, guarding, Coleman. Oh, that was good defense by Michael Rowe. He altered the shot, he gets the rebound. And that's going to be a foul on Dothan. You can hear it from the Pacelli crowd. 2:58 left to go here in this contest. Pacelli up by 7. Every possession matters in this situation, Coach, especially with the shot clock. Pacelli wants to take as much time off the clock, but right now, as it's a 2-score game, Pacelli has an opportunity to extend this lead as Jalen Bush will go to the line. And he misses. Don't forget that next Tuesday will be the first region opponent for Pacelli. They will host Calvary Christian. And Bush ends up making 1 of 2. Pacelli up 60-52. Barry with it. Bounce pass to Coleman. Coleman kicks it over to Finn. In the corner for Cox. Cox is going to take it back to the top of the arc. Swings it over for Diggy Coleman. Coleman driving the lane, up and in!
Wow.
Wow, what a move by Diggy Coleman.
Coleman going to work, keeping his team in it.
I tell you, at this point of the game, Coach, if Dothan wants to try to get back in this game, just feed the offense to Diggy Coleman.
Yeah, and think about it now, Richard. It's only a 6-point game, 2-possession game.
Oh,
they
no
not
question. Look at the defense by Dothan, and Melvin with it. Now Makai Williams. Pacelli up by 6. Matthew Melvin, Latham, little floater, no good. And an offensive rebound by Latham, and it resets the shot clock. Trenton Latham back over to Bush. Melvin, Latham thought about the 3. And Diggy Coleman with a big steal.
What a play by Coleman right there on the defensive end for Dothan. Wow. That's a play there right there. I want to win. That's how I want to win play right there.
That is a player who's a two-way player. He's got 21 points. But if you need a defensive stop, he is going to guard your best player to try to get a turnover. And a smart play by calling the timeout off that steal. And now Dothan with it. Down by 6 with 2 minutes left to go. Barry, Coleman, spin move. Coleman. And we got a foul that's going to be on Pacelli. 1:51 left to go here in this game. Dothan with the ball. Really a two-possession game for Dothan. And then the ball is in the hands of Diggy Coleman. Coleman is just going to drive. Barry, top of the key. No good. That was a huge miss by Dothan. Pacelli on a fast break. Makai Williams resetting it back over to Bush. Jackson inside to Rowe. What a block by Cam Finn. But that's going to stay right here with the Vikings with 1:27 left to go. And then Caleb Jackson checking back into the game. He's been tremendous off the bench. He's got 5 points, playing some valuable minutes. Back over to Bush. Melvin, top of the key. Inside row. What a pass to Makai Williams! Oh! That was textbook. It's an 8-point lead for Pacelli. Coleman passes it. Corner three. Good! Jaden Cox cuts it to 5 with 58 seconds left to go.
Big play right there by Dothan. They'd answer.
I tell you, Coach, that just that pass to Makai Williams from Michael Rowe, that extra pass, and he was open in that lane. That was something that you know that Coach Thomas drew up, and it's something you probably drew up when you were the coach.
Yeah, just good ball movement. You know, making extra pass always works, and Pacelli do a good job of making extra pass, and when you do it, it makes life a little easier.
And I got to say this, Coach. I mean, you've had a lot of success as the coach at Pacelli, winning the GIAA championship. I kind of feel like this year Coach Thomas has really taken over the realm, and they haven't skipped a beat.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job. You know, what's that, 15-0 right now? What 11-0?
Yeah.
11-0 on their way to 12-0 if they can hold on to this 5-point lead right here. But, yeah, he's stepped in right there and just kept the train rolling. That's what you want to see, and that's what they're doing.
Pacelli leads Dothan 62-57. Richard Holdridge, Coach Corey Black here on the call. This has been just a wildly entertaining game between two talented schools. The leading scorer for Dothan is Diggy Coleman with 21 points. Matthew Melvin has got 16. But the starting five for Pacelli, they have been having the balanced scoring. Makai Williams with 11, Jalen Bush with 12, Michael Rowe with 11. Pacelli with the ball, up by 5 with 58 seconds left to go. When does Dothan start playing the foul game? I think it's kind of early, because if Dothan can get a stop, they can try to make this a one-possession game.
Yeah, big possession right here by both defensively for Dothan and offensively for Pacelli. See what they come with out of this timeout.
Melvin's going to push it up the court.
Oh,
almost stolen, but right there is Jalen Bush to recover it. Bush with a little spin move, being guarded by Diggy Coleman. Coleman already had a big steal. Melvin, shot clock at 15. Back over to Bush. Melvin, top of the key, three-pointer. No good, and trying to save it, and it's right over to Finn. Diggy Coleman up and in. 19 seconds left to go. Now 18. Diggy Coleman cuts it to 3. Pacelli with the ball, up 62-59. Right now, does Dothan try to get aggressive to go for the steal, or do you put Pacelli on the line? There's really not enough time.
Yeah, you got to try to get a trap real quick, Richard. And if you don't get anything out of 5-second trap or get a turnover, you got a quick foul and you got to get Pacelli on the free throw line. Shot clock is off. I think it's 18 seconds left in this one. So, yeah, try to get a trap, try to get them turned over. If not, you got to foul and put Pacelli at the free throw line.
And Dothan just had an incredible game coming back. They were down by as many as 12. Diggy Coleman with 23 points. But how about Josh Lee coming off the bench with 11? He had 2 big three-pointers. But Pacelli with the ball, up by 3. What's at stake here? Pacelli undefeated on the season with an 11-0 record. Dothan has a 10-game win streak. They are 18-1 on the season. This has just been a fantastic matchup here at the Land, here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Matthew Melvin will inbounds it. Gives it over to Bush, back to Melvin. 15 seconds, and there's the foul. And I think that is not going to put them at the line just yet. Maybe 1 or 2 more fouls. If you're Pacelli, you want to try to take as much time off the clock. If you get the inbounds pass, just try to avoid getting fouled. Looking for somebody. That is going to be a timeout.
Yep, timeout.
Timeout by Coach Thomas. 18 seconds left to go here in this game. We'll keep it here, Coach. 62-59. Pacelli with the ball. Right now, Dothan is going to foul to try to put him on the line. But if they just make 1 of 2, it's a 2-possession game. This is one of those situations where Dothan knows they have got shooters. I mean, Diggy Coleman has been fantastic, Josh Lee, but their strategy here is you got to hope that Pacelli misses, maybe possibly even both, but if they make 1, it's a 2-possession game.
Yeah, right here, Pacelli got to get the ball in. They struggled to get the ball in on the last possession. Let's see what happened right here on this possession.
That is going to be huge.
Sound like the next foul there in the bonus.
Caleb Jackson will inbounds it. 18 seconds. All right, here we go. Over to Makai Williams. Williams gets fouled with 15.9 seconds. And that is going to put Makai Williams at the line to try to make this a 2-possession game. Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Richard Holdridge, Coach Corey Black here on the call. And he missed the first. And Dothan wants to call a timeout. We'll take one too. 15.9 seconds left to go. Pacelli up by 3. As you're watching high school basketball here, live from the Land on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Are you looking for a great deal on a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC full-size truck? Check them out. Chevy Silverado and GMC Sierra side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika, Alabama. Take your choice. A brand new 2024 Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks, discounted up to $15,000 off, or 0% financing, plus no payments till springtime. Here at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, get ready to smile.
.9 seconds left to go here in this game. Pacelli leads Dothan 62-59. Makai Williams at the line. He missed his first. Dothan just called their final timeout. That was, I don't know about that call.
Yeah, we'll see how that works right here.
All right, here we go. And he missed both. That's going to be rebounded by Josh Lee. 13 seconds. Lee Back out. Barry, top of the key. No good. Rebounded by Barry. Barry blocked by Rowe. Pacelli win it. That's going to be a foul on Dothan. Jalen Bush with a big offensive rebound. But what a block by Michael Rowe.
Big time block by Rowe right there.
Barry misses the three, gets his own rebound, drives to try to go for the basket, and Michael Rowe coming up with a huge block, his third block of the game. That's going to put Jalen Bush at the line with 2.2 seconds left to go. What a sequence there. And he missed the foul shot. But coach, even if he misses, Dothan with 2.2 seconds, that's not a whole lot of time to advance the ball. You cannot advance the ball on the timeout. He makes it. It's a two-possession game with 2.2 seconds. Barry fires up a three. No good, and the Pacelli Vikings defeat the Dothan Wolves by 4 and stay undefeated at 12-0.
That's 24 games in a row for the Pacelli Vikings right there.
What a game.
Going right there. Good game, good win, good quality win right there for Pacelli Vikings. I've been looking for them to have a really good quality win, and that's one right there. Dothan, a good basketball team. Look to see Dothan playing deep in February and March in Alabama State.
All right, Coach, this is probably going to be the hardest thing that we'll have to do on the broadcast. We're going to have to pick an Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands player of the game.
I don't think it's hard to do. In my opinion, now you get the call, though, Richard, but I don't think the Vikings win without Michael Rowe today.
I actually have to agree with you, Coach, because Matthew Melvin was your leading scorer. Makai Williams had 11, but Michael Rowe with 11 points, 3 blocks. That block came at the most crucial point of the game. So congratulations to Michael Rowe, the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands player of the game. Coach, this was fun. Our first broadcast together for basketball, and I got to say, I had fun. It was a huge success.
Yeah, really fun on it. What else were we going to do on a Friday afternoon?
Yeah, exactly.
Right after the new year. Great way to start the new year. Good win for the Vikings to start the new year. Good job for Dothan coming out here to play this challenge too right here. So I was excited about this one. It was worth every penny of it, Richard. Absolutely.
Want to thank Chris Gates, our producer, really for putting this on possible. You know, we couldn't have done it without you. And don't forget, Pacelli's going to be back here on Tuesday as they will face Calvary Christian, and we are looking forward to that. So for Coach Corey Black, Chris Gates, I'm Richard Holdridge saying so long from the land. Once again, your final score, the Pacelli Vikings 63, the Dothan Wolves 59, as we will see you next time. Have a great rest of your day, everybody.
Georgia, Alabama. Sports Live will be your go-to for all your favorite high school and collegiate games this fall. From the Carver Tigers to the Columbus Blue Devils, the Harris County Tigers and Northside Patriots, the Glenwood Gators and Calvary Christian Knights, the Pacelli Vikings and Brookstone Cougars to the Smith Station Panthers and Russell County Warriors, from CVCC, Pirates basketball and baseball, and every tournament from here to Macon. We are the #1 destination for anything happening in East Alabama and West Central Georgia. Be sure to like and follow us on YouTube and Facebook, and stay tuned for even more amazing ways we will be bringing Georgia, Alabama Sports Live to you this upcoming season. We can't wait to come see you next.